A charming girl is seen standing in the cave at the start of the movie. She is imagining something. As she closes her eyes, she reaches such a world that is spacious. She begins to fly there independently. The petals of flowers are spread around her. Those petals begin to revolve around her. But something bad starts happening there, and those petals turn into a power, and also into ropes that bind her while catching. Frustrated, the girl breaks her trance. Now she is seen caught in the cave by someone. And it's her sister. It means that it was all her imagination. There were no petals nor anything that has caught her, and she has tied her here. Her sister says to her, "All is well, you are all right." Both are very worried. Because this girl wanted to be immortal, so she used to imagine moving into a cave, and she adopts different strategies, but she was not getting the ability to be immortal till today. Her sister consoles her, saying everything will be all right. She hands over her hairpin saying, "Pardon me. It was yours, but I used to forbid you to touch it. Take your object back from today." Then a mysterious light emits from that pin, and the scene shifts back to the old time of 500 years ago. It is known here these both sisters are not any human being, but snakes. One of the snakes' names is Blanca, and they both used to be active on secret missions. And their actions were not like human beings, but their appearance was like that of human beings, and they could not transform themselves. And the nature was behind this. They were both great destroyers. Blanca shown wearing the dress of a palace waiter, where she enters the palace with other workers. Now Blanca immediately goes before the general's room, which was built in the palace. Blanca drills that wall. Using her magic, she begins to peer inside. She observes many snakes in the general's room. She takes out her pin and throws it to the general. Being aware, the general stops that wand, and he sends all his servants in her direction. The fight begins there. There is water at the backside, and the general's servants push Blanca into that water, and she is submerged in the water. It means this is also her imagination. It may also have happened as she lost consciousness in the water at this time, and someone had brought her here while lifting. She is in an old house where no one is present, and it is covered by its surroundings. She is also unable to view outside to know who is coming because of the house's covering. But she hears a faint sound, so she is alerted. Someone also arrives there, an aged woman. She is very kind and asks Blanca politely, coming to her, "Oh girl, what is your name?" But Blanca is silent before her, because her name was out of her memory. Then she begins to talk with that old lady. The name of the village is Snake Catcher, where she is now. It was called the Catcher Village because all villagers used to catch snakes, and they used to give them to the general. The general never took tax from them in return. But they have no knowledge about it. Why is he showing so much courtesy? It means, why is he not taking tax from the villagers in return? There may be some benefit of it. What was his benefit? It was a secret. No one may know that he wants to create a demon by extracting venom from the snakes. And he wants to become omnipotent in the world through it. All the ladies are very courteous, so they say to Blanca, "Let me show you the whole village." They take Blanca along with them. At the beginning, she feels very good, but after some time, she begins to hear some sounds, which are the sounds of some snakes. It is obvious that she herself was a white snake, so she understood the language of snakes. She realized that all snakes need help. Now the village gates are closed before evening. Then a handsome boy and his pet dog enter there shortly. That boy's name is Exwan, and he is not interested in catching snakes. His mentality is different from the villagers. He may understand the intentions of the general as to what he wishes. Then the old lady tells Exwan, "Look, Blanca's used to live in our village, but she has lost her memory now." So it revealed here, Juan had brought a white snake from somewhere, and she used to live in the village. Now she has forgotten everything. So Exwan takes Blanca to the same place. His pet dog is also with him. Now his dog detects a new direction on the way, indicating that there is a shortcut that leads to it. As it starts moving forward and jumps, it falls into a ditch. Fortunately, it had not crashed to the ground yet. White Snake rescues it while flying, and she's also shocked, thinking, wow, I can also fly. She could also fly before, but it was not in her memory because she had forgotten everything. And Xuan is shocked witnessing her ability. Both are very happy. Now Blanca comes to the same waterfall from where X1 had caught her. Reaching there, a vision strikes her mind, as if someone had pushed her, and she opens her eyes. Coming to her senses, she begins to remember that this place is associated with some place. There is something she is forgetting. Then X1 places his hand on her shoulder, coming there. She releases some energy, moving her hand towards him. As a result, Xuan is thrown away, floating in the air. Blanca goes to him and catches his hand, and they both begin to fly. While flying, they reach a place with the thickest forest. There are some trees. Meanwhile, a few snakes arrive there, which try to sting them. But Blanca also shows her boldness here. She rescues X1 and herself from those snakes. On the other side, a thing is seen in a desolate cave. She is a snake master. There are also multiple snakes there. There is also their palace and the court. It is the same snake on which Blanca has attacked. Then he tells the snake master that Blanca was in the company of such a boy who is a snake catcher, and he belongs to the same village. Then the snake master gets furious. How can a snake be the friend of any human being? So she begins to ask, who is here to bring Blanca here? Then her sister moves ahead wearing a green dress. She says to the snake master, if you allow me, I will bring my sister here. But the snake master fills her with death scales after being rude. Okay, have 3 days. If you are not able to bring your sister Blanca here, then you will be killed by these death scales. Now Blanca's sister has to bring her here at any cost. Otherwise, her life may also be lost after 3 days. On the other side, Blanca and Xuan come to the waterfall, where Blanca also finds her wand. But she is not recalling how it reached there, as she continues to look at her belongings, as she recalls everything. But she had not stabilized yet. Now Xuan says to her, Blanca, it is also not in my memory. What is your background? He reads the name of the workshop on the hairpin. He says to her, it's a good idea. We may learn more while visiting this shop. I will take you with me, and he will tell us who you are, what is your name, and how you got this pin. Then it is seen that the assistant of the general appears in the village. He is searching for Blanca. Xuan quickly moves away with Blanca to hide her. On the contrary, the general transforms his worker into a bat and asks him to spy on Blanca and Xuan. And he also asks him to chase them. On the other side, Blanca and Xuan are going while crossing the stream. Then a demon snake appears there. It looks very strong and had come to end Blanca. How can Blanca endure it? So she transforms into her real form, and she is feeling feeble. She says to Xuan, getting up, you have seen my real appearance. You should not stay with me. I am also a demon. I may harm you, Xuan says. If I was going to be harmed, then it would have happened already. I will stay with you. Now Blanca and Xuan move to that workshop together, where this hairpin had been made. Its maker is a girl having double faces. One is like the human girl and the other is like a fox. Now she is shown this hairpin, then she looks at Blanca. She also looks at the hairpin. She tells them this hairpin does not belong to Blanca. It belongs to someone else. But Blanca had taken it in her name at the last meeting. Then X1 asks, who is its real owner? Who asked you to make this hairpin? The shop owner says, I can give you a hint. Now it's up to you to search for her. She gives him a snake scale. And she tells him that he can search for her with this. They both move to the forest, taking this scale. They also have the same pet dog. Then Blanca's sister, the white snake, appears before them. She has covered her face with a hood. They come before each other, and both ask each other to stop with their hands. At the same time, the white snake's sister says to her, stop it, Blanca. Blanca is left astonished. How does she know my name? Then she remembers that she is her sister. Both embrace each other. Blanca's sister says to her, I'm compassionately telling you, keep yourself away from the human beings. They are not made for us. They are snake hunters. What can you expect from them? But Blanca ignores it. Then Blanca's there and starts running. Accompanied by Xuan, they move underground. Blanca's sister also tries to follow her. But the cave is closed before it. Then they arrive at a place where an eagle is on the wall, which doesn't let go of Blanca after catching her. Xuan again moves there and rescues Blanca, and he takes her in his lap when she is in the form of a snake. Despite that, Cao remains fearless. There is a gate with a written statement. It is called the Gate of Life. They enter the door. It is known that exorcism was performed in this room. It means that a demon is released from someone else's body when they were possessed. Xuan says to Blanca, "You may sit here. I will come back after finding the way." Now Blanca begins to stare at the wall there, and she also starts to look around her. There are some skeletons of demons. There was something written on them. She comes to know, having a flashback again, that she is a demon, and exorcism was also practiced here, which had been practiced on her once. Then X1 comes there, and she says to him, "I have recalled who I am." So Xuan proceeds, and he says to her, "It's not as you're thinking. You're a very nice girl. I don't think you're a demon if you're a snake." Then they both come outside. As they move outside, Blanca's sister is already there, and she is aggressive. She kicks their pet dog towards them. And she says to Blanca, "My sister, listen to me and come back with me." Then Blanca says to Xuan, "I have to go now. I have recalled that I am such a snake that cannot coexist with human beings." Expresses, "How can I let you go? You have been with me for a long time. Don't you know if I am sincere or insincere?" Then Blanca says, "I know nothing except the fact that we are different." Then Xuan says, "Okay, you may go. But I will surely come back, and you will also regret why you left." Now Blanca and her sister leave that place. Blanca's sister showers her with affection and says, "Why did you keep yourself away from this place?" Then Blanca notices that the death scales are growing on her sister's body. She says to her, "Are you crazy? Why didn't you inform me earlier? I will definitely go with you. If any harm comes to you, who will be responsible for it?" Then the general's assistant approaches there, and he starts a fight with them. He had learned about them through that bat, which was spying on Blanca. Then the general appears there during the fight, and he frees some birds on them, which start releasing radiations on them. And these rays are similar to arrows. And both sisters are stuck there. Then the general comes there and snatches Blanca's hairpin from her hand. But Blanca was also not going to let it go easily. Both are using their strength. There is an explosion when he snatches the hairpin. On the other side, Yuan is seen, who is very sad, and he misses the white snake Blanca. Then he meets that fox demon with double appearances going to that shop. He asks her, "Please transform me into a demon, or change me into a creature that can live with Blanca." Then that fox demon enchants him and his tail appears. His pet dog doesn't have a tail when he looks outside. They both start running. Xuan is now a demon, and he goes to the same place where Blanca and her sister had gone. He notices that the place has been destroyed. He gets worried. Blanca's sister appears there, and she tells him that the general had come to attack there. And he also tried to snatch their hairpin, but it exploded at the same time. And my sister Blanca absorbed his energy. Now she is not a snake, but a great python from whom everyone feels fear. And she is wreaking havoc throughout the village. Seeing the white snake, Xuan realizes that she is in an aggressive mood. She is causing chaos in the whole village. Xuan wants to stop her, but he has a tail now. So how can he return to the village? He immediately hides his tail. And he goes after Blanca, who was going to attack the villagers. They were snake hunters. No one knows what had occupied her thoughts. Everyone changes after transforming into a demon. Xuan was right in saying to her that she was a demon before, but she was a harmless snake. Xuan also follows her, so he may stop her from attacking the village. At the beginning, he says to the villagers, "Be alert. There is an approaching python. It will harm all of you because she is a good-hearted snake." Then the general appears there. And he reveals his tail, showing the real appearance of Xuan to everyone. Then all villagers are shocked and they begin to accuse Xuan. They say he is a demon who hid his tail from them, and he was talking about a python, so he was talking nonsense. And the general starts to feel excited, how he convinced the others so cleverly. Xuan is in the air, so he says to all the villagers, he is deceiving you, as there is still time to know the truth. He has transformed a good snake into a demon. She has transformed into a python who is coming to attack all of us. Do you want to waste your lives? Then he sets himself free and moves to Blanca Python. He says to her, appearing before her, Python, "Just stop, you are Blanca. You are an unharmful snake. Just remember your goodness. You can never be bad. Look, my tail has also grown. I have transformed like you. Now we can stay together. I'm not a human Blanca now. Blanca?" Is listening to his words intently. The general comes there as she begins to move ahead, and he traps her, throwing a net over her, which was connected to his machine. Initially, he traps Blanca's sister and Xuan in this machine, so he may become more powerful by extracting their souls. And nothing is more important to him than the souls of both snake sisters. Fortunately, the snake leader appears there. She stops the snake demon general from doing so. Snake leader destroys his machine as she approaches. Now Blanca's sister gets a chance to end the general. She attacks the general's back with the jade wand, and she stabs the wand into his neck, causing him to lose his breath. Afterwards, she moves to the snake leader, holding the wand, but snake leader absorbs all the snakes before it, and she becomes stronger, transferring their souls into her body. And she also starts to absorb the power of Blanca, and Blanca is nearing her last breath. Then everyone realizes that the snake leader did not come to rescue anyone, but she wanted to clear her path by killing the general, because she wanted to become the snake leader. Snake leader is about to extract Blanca's soul when Xuan activates the machine, which had been turned on to extract their 3 souls. Now, the snake leader's soul is transferred there. Then a snowstorm breaks out there. The weather turns cold, Xuan's body disappears, and Blanca is heartbroken. The villagers are also worried. When the storm subsides, Blanca says to her sister, "There is Xuan's soul in this hairpin, and he will surely come back. He is always with you." Many years later, Blanca's sister says to her, "Many years have passed. Xuan's soul is in this pin, and he has also come back to this world." They go to the market together. Blanca's pin falls from her hand, and a handsome boy picks it up. He is none other than Xuan. But it is not in his memory who he is, just as it was not in the memory of Blanca, but everything was recalled by her. In the same way, Xuan will also remember. Blanca's very excited here because their love story is about to begin. It is hoped that they will lead a happy life together. The movie ends with this scene. I hope you enjoyed the explanation. Thanks for watching.